Good morning, Optimus. Happy Friday. Hope everyone's doing amazing. All right. So I haven't checked the markets or uh, the news today. So let's go ahead and start there. Start by checking the news, just like we do every day. All right. So today is Friday, November 8th. Yesterday we had the Fed interest rate decision. The Fed dropped interest rates by a quarter of a point, so it went from 5 down to 4.75, which was the forecast. The market reacted with the S&P reaching new highs, so I'm expecting probably some pullback off that today. We had the press conference. The 15-year mortgage rate information finally came in. So the prior was 5.99 and the actual was at 6 for the 15-year. The 30-year also went up 0.7%, so we're at 6.79% on the 30-year mortgage rate on average. Our 4-week bill auction came in at 4.515, so trending downward on treasuries. So once again, if you want to lock in some long-term treasuries, might be a good time to do so. Coming up at 7 o'clock, which should be our first reports of the day, we've got the Michigan 5-year inflation plan, the Michigan consumer sentiment, which is one of the bigger reports out there. So expect some volatility here in about 15 minutes. 18 minutes to be precise. Then we got some additional speeches and things like that. But the big one's going to be the Michigan drop. All the Michigan reports tend to give a fair amount of volatility. And then let's also not forget, it's Friday, and Friday comes with its own set of volatility. What's up, Kevin? Good to see you here. Always appreciate when you stop by. Let's go ahead and jump on into the markets and see what's going on in today's Marketo. So we've got oil dropping, still on the downtrend over the last few days. We had an initial spike right after the election, and it's been kind of trending downward since. Taking a look at the ES. ES is trending back upwards, back above 6. Right around the open, it was just below. Yeah, 59.98. With the 200 moving average there at 6,000. And this is 645 right here, or actually 643. So we're about 2 minutes out from 645. And we're getting some pullback now, but this looks pretty bullish to me. Currently, we're only up $3 on the day. The biggest issue is going to be the $6,000 resistance zone. We got the high up there at 60.11. So I'm actually kind of expecting some upward trends throughout the day. You can see we're currently in bullish movement on the 1 minute side. I'm going to take a look at the 15-minute chart here. Yep, still on a 15-minute chart rip from a couple of days ago, from the 5th. Today's the 8th. So just going to jump on the 10-second chart here and see how this is trending. So the silent switch here didn't do great, but the red to yellow did pretty decent. Again, silent switch here didn't do great. Red to yellow was the move there. And current moves on the candles. Candles are kind of tight, so I'm going to stick with the 3 and 3 that we've been doing this whole week. So let's get this on the ES. We're coming up on 6:45, about a minute out. I'm just trying to check this clock here. Less than a minute, about 10 seconds. We're kind of right there at that opening range at 6:07. And TTM's at negative 1.4. Currently on yellow. I'm going to look for this 9, 12, 26 cross. We might get the rip before the cross, though. Just given the chart movement in the day. Here's 6:45 now. A lot of sell candles up there. A lot of sell volume anyway. Gonna take a long here, give it a try. No fill. I'm gonna try again here. A little bit higher buy. Nope. Didn't get either fill. Missed the move on both sides. So now we're gonna look for a pullback. We got a 9, 12, 26 and a cyan switch there. I'm trying to get into this 875. All right.
Order filled.
Long at 875, trying to get out at 950. And that actually ended up pulling back right on that. I was looking for a little bit more push on that. Just hit 925 there and then pulled back off that. All right.
Order filled.
There's 950. There's a little more resistance that I wanted to see on that. Up 100 on the day. The idea here, I wonder if we're gonna actually pop through this high. It kind of looks like we're at 60.10 right now. High's 11.75. Yeah, there's the move. There's 10.75 there. TTM's at 1.5 on just off the cooling candle. What's up, Tiny? So we have kind of a U-shaped pattern here. There's the high up there. It says this actually made a new high at 12. New high again, 12.25. Yeah, I'm hoping for a little more pullback on that candle. $6.49. With kind of an ascending wedge right there. Would have liked to have seen this candle actually get red. I think that would have been a little bit better setup. Ah. Looking for some pullback and then pop. So here's a new 1 minute candle, 60.12. Yeah, I want to see this pull back to like 10 and then bounce off 10. Like 60-10 is the area I want to see it pop off of. So I hit 1175 and then popped up to 13, which was a decent move. This, I guess, was the move right here on that red candle. About 9.5 minutes, 9 minutes or so out to 7 o'clock. TTM's at 2.1. We got the 9 EMA there at 11. So we got to pull back to about 1075 or 11. All right, considering going long here. Ooh.
Order filled.
That was the moment. I don't love this trade. I'm gonna see if I could just get out with a single tick.
Order filled.
All right. That was the zone. That was the area that I intended to go long. I didn't expect it to bounce that fast. I was expecting it to bounce a few seconds later. Dropping below the 50 moving average for now, for this moment. And we're just about 7 minutes out from 7 o'clock. Currently red on TTM and 9-12-26 cross on the downside. You got one more pullback here. So a fair amount of resistance at 1250. Nine's above 12, but both are below 26. And TTM's at 0.4. Could be poised for another push up.
Order filled.
Long here at 1225, looking to get out at 13. Still 75. Tap 13. Currently sitting on third.
Order filled.
All right, there we go. All right, up 225 on the day. And I think we're going to see a big push here as we approach 7 o'clock, which we're about 5 minutes out from. Speaking of which, I'm going to take a look at the 5 minute chart. Actually, I want to take a look at the 3 and then the 5. Jump to the 3 minute. I want to see what's going on with this. So we're on a 3-minute approach actually on a 5200. You guys see that right there? So we may actually get a nice big rip. If you're looking at 60.20, it's probably the high. But this is coming up in about a minute 28, so probably at 7 o'clock. Actually 6:57. And 5-minute 5200 on approach as well. Wouldn't mind a pullback for the next couple of minutes, but yeah, this looks pretty decent. Switch over to this 3-minute again, and you can see it's currently crossing on the current candle. Obviously, you want this to be crossed on the close, which will be in about 40 seconds. So, and TTM's consolidated a bit. Now it's sitting at 2.8. And TTM looks to have room up to about 5. Just gonna check in with y'all's. What's up, Tiny? What's up? Not liking the price placement. Yeah, I will say that trading at the highs, not my favorite. And too close to the averages, I can see that too. All right, so here's the new minute. You can see there's the 5200 crossover on the 3-minute side. So I'd be looking for a rip probably at 7 o'clock, if not right before. Now again, we got that excuse me. We have that Michigan manufacturing report dropping at 7. It's one of the high important ones. So we got consumer sentiment along with it with Michigan. So you can see high importance. Expect some volatility here in just about 2 minutes at 7 o'clock. The forecast at 71. The prior was 70.5. I think anything above 50 is considered expansion. Might not be one of these ones. Yeah. 50 questions. Let's see. Consumer attitudes, expectations. Yeah, consumer sentiment has been kind of downtrending and just came up at the end of last month for the first time in a while. So we'll see what happens with the Michigan one. There's a little pop right there. New high on that 5200 cross. Called it. Should have taken it. So we're about 1 minute out from 7 o'clock. We may get a big sell-off, but leaning towards upward move. One minute. You can see some volatility beginning to increase here. We had a new high at 60.15. See how far extended this is from VWAP. It's about $10 off of VWAP. VWAP's at 6,005. So $10 on that. So I said that we may have room up to about 60.20 on the day. Currently, ES is only up about $10 on the day. So it's not particularly high up there. VWAP's basically open. 10 seconds. Three, two, one. Big pop up there for a sec. And big sell down. A lot of bouncing. Just bouncing around. New high at 16. I said hot, look to 20 for resistance. 17.25. Too scared to take it. So we're about $1,000 now away from getting this account back to flat. Up 225 on the day. And yeah, 969 or so is where we're at to get this account back into green. Just under 1,000 to get it back to flat. Actually, I think 969 gets it back to flat. Yeah, it does. Pull back and bounce off 15. New high goes to 17.75. Oil's breaking down. The ES is where the real story's at. Oil making new lows, or a new low on the day anyway. Oil's looking pretty bearish. Well, 7 o'clock was a pretty good move. Went from 13 to 18. So, about a $5 rip. Just trading small all week to more or less to bring that balance back up. Yikes. Okay. Well, 137.50 is not too bad. Is that in your paper or in your other account? Your eval. How you doing on your eval? I care, so I'm like invested. All right, I may call it right there. I don't really feel great about continuing to trade today. Although this was a great move here, and this one I definitely should have gone for a larger profit here, but it did kind of stall out for a while. This one, I was grateful I took the tiny little green on that, and this was a pretty decent trade. Three-minute TTM's at 8.5, so it's a little extended there. It does have 5200 cross, but I wouldn't mind seeing pullbacks to around 12 area, maybe 11 on the low end. You can see pretty large pullback there. And the 5-minute crossover should be inbound. Yeah, it is. 5 minutes at 6.4 on TTM as well. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw pullback all the way to VWAP. It would still look pretty like in bullish trend. Pulling all the way back to VWAP. There's a big sell-off right there from that 18 area. Selling down all the way to 10.50. So $8 pullback. Like I said, I don't feel I don't feel great about continuing to trade. So I think I'm gonna walk with my little 225 in green. Hell yeah. Yeah. The one contract definitely gives me nerves too sometimes. Like, especially if I'm like in the position where I have to bring an account back. Um, so but yeah, I'm gonna walk for the day too and just take my 225. It's kind of a smaller profit day for me, but at the same time, it's like, well, yeah, exactly. Nice job on green. Um, so yeah. All right, y'all. Well, I hope you have an amazing weekend, and we'll see you guys. Is the market open on Monday? Monday's Veterans Day. Let's find out. I think it's closed. The stock market will be open on Veterans Day. The bond market will be closed. So stocks and futures will be open. Bonds will be closed. I'm gonna try is the futures market. Yeah. So we'll be back on Monday. Veterans Day on Monday. So salute to our veterans. And we'll see you guys back on Monday. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. And yeah, have fun. All right, stay green. Peace.